Yo, salute everyone. What's good? Knicks Real Talk, pregame. Knicks talking all that jazz. New York Knicks versus the Utah Jazz at the world most famous arena night, 7:30. Knicks and the Utah Jazz at the Madison Square Garden. We'll go down there and get it popping. Hopefully we can get the third victory in a row, man. Trying to keep ourselves in contention to get in this play-in, so we're going to keep fighting and scrapping. But salute to everybody out there, man, wherever you're streaming it from. Salute to the chat. I got my man Shot Powers next to me, man. My partner in crime. We in the building as always. KJ, hopefully get in here later, man. But right now we're gonna get it popping. And we got my brother right here. We gonna get it, man. Salute, Shot Powers. What's going on with you?
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. Knicks got a game tonight, man. And at the arena, man, got to go ahead and try to beat the Utah Jazz, man. Hopefully we can go in here and go up against these guys, man. Championship caliber team, man. They looking to go long places today in the NBA, so it's gonna be a tough game tonight. Gonna match up pretty well against us. We got Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, them in the building tonight. So we got to come in and get it, man. But we've been playing good basketball the last couple of games. We just got to go in there and try to scrap and fight and get it popping, man. Because we really needed the victory just to try to stay up in this thing, man. Until they say we're officially out of it, but. Salute to Fabian. But yeah, man, we got to go in there and get it, man. I'm looking forward to a good game tonight. Probably gonna be one of the toughest teams we played in the last so many stretches because of how talented they are and where they're trying to get to. Pretty powerful team in the West, man. Like I said, they got Donovan Mitchell, the Stifle Tower, Rudy Gobert. They got the guys like that down there, man. So we hopefully can go in there and play some real good ball today and get it popping and get a W.
Yeah, tonight is another big game for the New York Knicks, man. Something that we just got to come out there and really try to execute our game plan on run that pace, grab some rebounds, and try to stay competitive against this team. I've been watching the Knicks these last couple of games that we've been playing, man, and we've been playing some pretty good teams, man, and we've been coming up and beating a couple of these good teams, man. And I think tonight is another night that we could come out here and perform and get a win under our belt, man. But it all comes down to the matchups, man. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But the matchups are what we got to watch out for tonight and see if we can elevate in our matchups.
Yeah, real talk, man. Especially at that center spot, Rudy Gobert, Mitchell Robinson. That's gonna be crazy right there, man. That's these two guys mirror each other in a sense. We kind of sure Mitchell Robinson want to get where Rudy Gobert is at. You know what I mean? And also you got the All-Star Donovan Mitchell. You know what I mean? That's gonna be him and RJ gonna be in the building. It's gonna be a real competitive game, man. Jordan Clarkson gonna be at the one against Alex Burks. Them guys can light it up as well. Royce O'Neal gonna be at the three playing RJ Barrett, good defender. Julius Randle, I think his matchup should be pretty interesting to see, man. So hopefully the Knicks come out tonight and go up against this team because they beat this team tonight. That tells you that they deserve to be in the playoff. They could beat somebody like the Utah Jazz. And that's telling me that you could beat them guys, man. And that right there within itself is like, okay, we can beat the Jazz. They looking to go up there and go to the finals, try to get up that deep in the playoffs. And that means we should be able to get there. JW, salute my brother. Salute to everybody out there, man, where you're streaming it from. Appreciate y'all coming on the show, man. Me and Shot Powers in the building, Knicks Real Talk. We here, man. But that's really gonna be an interesting matchup, man, against them guys, man. They're a powerhouse down there, man. And they missed Mike Conley. We are breaking down all the injury reports and starting lineups. But so far, I'm just looking for a competitive game. Let's try to win the thing because the next two games back to back. Guess who we got? Atlanta and Charlotte. Back to back. You know what I mean? And them the two teams that we chasing to stay in the play-in thing. So it's a really important game we can win tonight, man. And hopefully the Pelicans can drop the Atlanta Hawks tonight. It might be hard for them to do, but you never know. But if they can do that, man, we got the 4 games that we got them Tuesday. And we beat them. That get us down to 3 games. You know what I mean? Then after that, you just never know. Then we got Charlotte the next night down in Charlotte. We really got to get into it because they got a tough schedule on both of them teams. So it ain't over yet. But it gets dimmer. The lights get dimmer if we start losing and they keep winning. Then it's a different story. But we just got to go there and be competitive today, man. Play hard. Do what we've been doing. Defense been looking pretty good the last couple of weeks, man. They've really been playing some good defense down in New York and. RJ Barrett's maturation, Julius Randle been playing good ball. Evan Fournier been shooting the 3 ball pretty well. So that's been a good look as well, man. And Emmanuel Quickly with the murders, Emmanuel Quickly, the way he's been playing, in a good note, you got Grimes back. That helps. So we got to see, man. And the young man, what's his name? Jericho Sims, are playing good ball as well. So let's hope that this is gonna be a tough game. But if they can get in there and do their thing and get this victory, keep us in contention. Like I said, keep us in until it's over. You know what I mean? We win tonight and we keep winning, we stay in. If not, then it's time to just get the full season, let the young guys get all the burn they possibly can get and develop for the rest of the year. But until we mathematically get up, the Knicks gonna keep fighting, man. And And that's what they got to do, Shot. They just got to keep fighting until we out of it.
Yeah, play to win is the motto for me for the end of this year. Play to win and let the chips fall where they may. If we can't get in because we strive to make 11 or 12, 10, 11, 12 wins and we can't make it in, so be it. But let's stop talking all about this tanking stuff and all this stuff about dropping down because trade to be and it doesn't really matter. I mean, it kind of could matter, but it really doesn't matter where you're ranked in the in when you're looking for trades because a team that's the seventh or eighth spot could actually fall into the top one, two, or three spots, which has happened in a couple of years. So you don't necessarily have to be in the top 4 or 5 spots because once that lottery ball goes around and stuff like that, it'll pick who's gonna win. I just hope Silvers can throw the Knicks a bone this year, man. If he could stick his head in there, I hope he could throw us a bone this year. Let us get a first round so we can make some big decisions on that first round or 1, 2, or 3, something like that, so we can make a big plot for somebody to get somebody that we really need here.
Yeah, real talk. You know, other than once we mathematically eliminate, if you want to call tanking just playing all the young guys, and that's cool. I can see that. I have no problem with that. If that's that's the only way I can consider tanking is, you let the young guys play, and they might not be that more talented than the team they're going up against. But at least you're giving them the opportunity to learn and grow and get that NBA experience the rest of the season, the last 10, 12 games, whatever. So we'll see. But right now, the way Atlanta's schedule is, and the way the Charlotte Hornets schedule, they got some real tough schedules, man. So that's what makes you want to try to stay in this and compete because the way they got some hard schedules. We just hope that we can keep winning. They lose a couple of games here and there. If we win tonight, and like I say, Atlanta lose, then you know what? We 4 games out. But then we got Atlanta Tuesday in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so if we win tonight and Atlanta lose, they drop before, then we got them Tuesday in the Garden. We beat them. We only 3 games out, and they got a pretty tough schedule. And we got the Hornets the next day, actually, after that. So, you just got to keep trying to beat these guys, man, and keep playing, man. The draft, the lottery's going to fall where it's going to fall. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And the knowing the Knicks are what they probably trying to do, if they ain't up in the top 5, top 6, to me, they might probably try to wheel and deal it anyway. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I think.
Anyway, because they're gonna go out. They're gonna go after somebody who's gonna help match with Julius Randle or R.J. Barrett. Even if they bring Mitchell Robinson back, they're definitely gonna bring into somebody that's gonna help the team get to another level. I think that's where they at right now. So, but I still think they got an opportunity to stay up in this thing. We just got to keep fighting and scrapping and everything, man, and see what we're gonna do if we can get a win tonight. But it all starts tonight against the Utah Jazz. Hey, this could be a Donovan Mitchell audition. You never know. So,
Thanks.
you might get Donovan Mitchell come up in there in the Garden tonight. That's gonna be fun to watch. Rudy Gobert, like I said, against Mitchell Robinson. Good test for Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean? It really is going to be a good test for him, man. I'm looking forward to this game tonight. I really do, man. I think it's going to mean a lot. They can get in there and get it popping. Real talk, my man Julie and my brother. Salute, Drew. But it should be good, man. Salute to the whole chat and everybody, man. And we're going to get it popping. Knicks talking all that jazz tonight. We're going to go down at the Garden and get them shop hours. But it's going to be fun to watch. We got a lot of stuff that we can accomplish tonight, man. But like I said, we win tonight. I just want to we beat Utah tonight. Beating a high caliber team like that tells me something, that we are a playoff team. If you beat Utah tonight, that tell you that we should be in the playoffs. You can handle a team like that. And them cats got a deep team. They're going for it down there. Mike Conley not going to be there tonight, but they are going for it. You know what I mean? So let's see how we do with these guys. But we got to go in there in MSG tonight and get them boys to beat down, hopefully.
Yeah, it's a couple of matchups that I'm looking forward to, but the one that you just mentioned with Mitchell Robinson and Gobert is one of the key matchups that I'm looking to see tonight. I want to see Mitch come out there and do what he's been doing for the last couple of games, man. Come out there, be dominating. I mean, get out there, be dominating. Grab these rebounds, offensive, defensive, whichever rebounds he can, and also get out there and score a couple of points. So that is one of the big matchups that I'm looking forward to see tonight, because this is a premier center in the league. I mean, he's a premier center in the league, and this is one of the matchups I think Gobert is not so much of a scoring threat, but he is a rebounding threat. So we'll see who comes out, who fares better tonight against on that matchup.
Yeah, real talk, man. Yeah, that's a $200 million man right there. He
Yeah.
he got his money. He's the dominant force down there, man. That's why when everybody talk about stretch centers, yo, peace of law, peace of the God, peace.
Peace.
My brother. When they be talking about stretch centers and all that, Rudy Gobert no stretch center. He got $200 million. You know what I mean? It all depends how you impact a game, and that's why I'm not. I hope the Knicks sign Mitchell Robinson back just due to the fact him, Clint Capella, Rudy Gobert. You got centers like that who don't shoot the ball like that, but they dominate the game in so many other ways that it's just important that they're a part of your team. You know what I mean? I just think that's what I feel about Mitchell Robinson. We actually looking at Mitchell Robinson 2.0 today. You know what I mean? And that's what Rudy Gobert is. He's a shot blocking demon. He holds that center spot down in the middle where you don't come in that front court and try to get in there and he dominates that front court, man. He keeps them guards in the back court. He keeps them guards back there, and that way, that's what we want to see Mitchell Robinson do. Mitchell Robinson keeps them guards in the back court so they don't come in that front court where the rim is at and try to oppose their will on us, man. And so that's going to be an interesting matchup to see Rudy Gobert and Mitchell Robinson today, man. So look for Mitchell Robinson to have a tough game tonight. If you don't have a great game, you know that he's playing against one of the most dominant defensive centers in the front court in the NBA. So we can't expect Mitchell Robinson to run him up tonight because that cat really can get down there, man. So we'll see, but I'm looking forward to it. This is a good challenge for the Knicks. Man, if we win this game in MSG tonight, I don't care how season goes, just told me that we would have started off the right way and we beat a caliber team like this here, that we would have been, our record should have been different. Instead of 30 and 40, it should have been 40 and 30. You know what I mean? And but because of all the ups and downs and all that, the nuances that went on in the course of the season, that it didn't allow us to really to reach our peak and start off in the right direction. But the game tonight gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be down for Mitchell, gonna be in the building. He's gonna look to come to New York and light it up and everything like that. Star J Barrett looking to average 20 a game. I'm hoping that he have a good game tonight. And then that, let the young guys keep getting going, man. Emmanuel Quickly is playing good basketball in New York City, man. For all of the Emmanuel Quickly haters, I guess you ain't got too much to say now. That young man is really doing it, man. He's really starting to show me that as the season go on and going into next year, you got to watch out for that young man. Yeah, you're right, Frank. He do got to make those free throws, man. Once he do that, once RJ start making free throws, it's over. It's over then, man. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a good game tonight, Shot Powder. We really need to get the W for sure.
Yeah, it's all up for the Knicks tonight, man. I believe RJ is going to have one of his dominating games tonight. I think Randall's going to have one of his same old double games tonight. Another guy that I got to talk about is IQ. IQ has been playing pretty decent ball in the last couple of games, and like I said in the last stream, he really came out and he played some ball the last game. So we need him to continue to do what he's doing. Come out there, he's looking better as as a point guard, if you want to call him that, and he's really elevated his game over these last couple of games. So we need him to continue to do all the stuff that he's doing, so we can win this game tonight.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward. I'm looking forward to tonight. I want to see how Quentin Grimes going to, when he can. This is second game back. Got a little rust off the other day against Washington. We're going to recap the Washington game. Knicks won that game, and against Washington the other night. We had a real good lead and came back and got close, but at the end of the day, we won 197. But they played, though. They were balling out. Knicks had a good game against them. RJ Barrett had 18 points. Randall had 18. Mitchell Robinson 15, 12 rebounds. Evan Fournier had 15. Excuse me. Alex Burks 12. Emmanuel Quickly 15, 5 assists, 4 rebounds in 28 minutes. Like I said, he's been playing some good ball. Quentin Grimes had 5 points, but he had 6 rebounds in 17 minutes. That was good. So these guys got to try to keep playing, man. I like the maturation of these young guys getting their time. Obi have a bounce back game. The game before Washington game, he had a good game, but he didn't have one the other day. Maybe he bounced back and have a good game today. And Jericho Sims, I'm glad to see that that Tibbs went with Jericho Sims and put Todd Gibson, the third center behind everybody right now. It's important that Jericho Sims keep getting his growth, his development, keep letting that young man play. I think he's going to come back next year. he's going to be way better than he is this year. Just like Amanda Obi Toppin did. He get to go into a full summer camp this year when Grimes and all these guys, they get to go to a second year, man. They get to go to another summer league. They get to develop over the season. I think Sims and Grimes going to be special when they come back next year for the Knicks. You know what I mean? Because now they done played a little bit in the NBA, so you know what I mean. They get a little more experience.
The one thing that I said also was about multiple players with double-digit scoring, and we accomplished that the last game. And tonight is another game that we need to have multiple players in double digits. We need the IQs in the world to have a double-digit scoring. We need if Grimes could come out there and get a double-digit scoring, Fournier, Burks, and our regulars, Julius, RJ, and Robinson. You know what I mean? We need multiple scoring for these next couple of games that we have coming up. And to reiterate about what you said about the play from the young guy Sims, man. What more can you ask for a guy that really doesn't have great footwork but can jump out he's like a one of them boxes that you jack in the box, man. The guy, when that thing pops, man, that guy just skies up there and grab rebounds, man. And he's a big one thing that we have been doing great in these last couple of games is grabbing rebounds, and especially offensive rebounds, man. We have been dominating the league. I think we're 1, 2, or 3 in the league and rebounds and 1 or 2 in offensive rebounds. So if we continue to do this for the rest of the season, man, good things to come. You know what I mean? I just want them to go out on their shell, man. Try to win as many games as you can. And like I said earlier, let the chips fall where it may. And hopefully we can we get lucky, if one way or another, but hopefully we get lucky, man. I think this is a winnable game also tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I do too. I think the way we've been playing, we just got to go in there and play some solid defense like we've been playing. Rebound the ball. The shooting. Charity stripe has been good. Yeah, JW, I agree with you 100%, man. That's what Sims remind me of, a young Mitch with raw talent. But man, to get that young man at a 58th pick, and now he getting his chance, and every game he's going to get better because he's getting more repetition. You get more time to stay on the court. You just got to keep doing what you're doing. I mean, I was watching the last game against Washington, like a 1 minute, 2 minute span. Man, jump, grab the rebound, chase the ball in the court. I mean, save the block, the shot. All this happened in like 2 minutes. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. So I love to see what that young man is doing. I think him and Mitchell Robinson should literally be the Knicks centers for the next 4 years. Give Mitch some money. You already got Sims locked up on a rookie deal, 2-way deal, but to say, make him a full-time NBA dude, give him a sniper little 4-year little nice deal for him, give Mitch some money, let him and Mitch to control New York Knicks paint for the next 4 years. I just think that just be the right thing to do. And then you know that spot is solidified. And then even if Mitch have a little injury here or there, it's not a big deal because I think Sims can come in and do what he do. So I do think Nick should lock both of them dudes up. Let them be our center for the Knicks. They're young. Mitchell Robinson's still young. What, 23? So he's still 23. Young. So yeah, and I think Sims might be his age now. Because Sims came in as a 4-year player out of Texas. So he's been 4 years in college. So I think we got a good little nucleus at the center spot, man. I think hopefully the Knicks will lock both of them young men down and let them play for us for the next 4 or 5 years. And then you know what? Then we just move on and find that point guard that we need. But I like what the young man is doing. Hopefully he come out there tonight and have a good game, man, and help us out in many ways. So I'm looking forward to see who's going to be playing Donovan Mitchell tonight. Obviously, that's a superstar to make him right there. New York City groups and all that, Connecticut. Dad, general manager at the
Mets,
New York Mets. So he got a lot of New York in him, man. So let's hope that these guys come out there and we want them to do good. We want to hear, we want Donovan Mitchell here, but tonight we want to lock him down, though. We don't give him. We want to make sure he don't give us the business tonight. So we just gotta go out there and play hard, play aggressive. Just do what we've been doing, man. Getting to that, we get into that hole pretty well. We not settling for a lot of jump shots. Finally, the Knicks are taking that ball to the rack like crazy, man. They're number 1 in the league in that, getting to the foul line. So that means they going downhill and getting to that cup a lot, man. And that's good to see that we putting that ball on the floor and we pounding. RJ pounding it, ground and pound, getting to the paint. Randall, Mitchell Robinson with the offensive rebound. And every time he grabbed the offensive rebound, 9 out of 10, he getting fouled again. So, we've been doing it. Randall been getting to the hole much more. That's a good to see as well. Salute my brother Tricky. Salute Trick. He's been getting to the hole well. I just like the way Fournier been putting the ball on the floor even more as well. So they all been really get to that rack, man. I'm looking glad to see that shot power because we were kind of selling for jump shots early in the year, depending on that 3-point shot. But then we changed it up, and Tibbs like, listen, coming out in All-Star break, Tibbs say, listen, put it on the floor and get to the rack, and they've been doing it pretty good.
And they've been passing the ball pretty well as well. Their assists are up a little bit. Their rebounding is bossed in the league, and they're getting to the free throw line at least 20 times a night. So if we can continue to do some of these things that we're doing now, I believe we have a bright little future coming up, man. I just want these guys to play to win. That's all I want them to do, man. I want them to play to win, execute their game plan, see what they could get over on this team tonight. Excuse me, and hopefully we could come out and pull out a win tonight, man. I'm really optimistic about the way they've been playing, man. I like the way they're coming out. They're more aggressive. They're scoring more points. The defense is there in spots, you know what I mean. But they're more offensive minded, and I'm happy to see that they're coming out and they can keep the ball, keep scoring, and we got some things coming up in the next in a week or so, or something like that too, man. So with Grimes coming back, with a hearing of a Derrick Rose coming back pretty soon, who knows what can happen in these last what is it, 12 games now, 11, 12 games, something like that. 12 games, right?
Yeah, 12 games left. Yeah,
12 games. So let's see what happens in these next 12 games, man. See how far we can really bolster our season and see how good that this team gels together before the end of the season. Hypothetically speaking, hopefully we can push real hard to make it into the playoffs. I mean, making it to the play-in. But if not, I hope that we end the season on a winning note. We leave the season on a winning note at a both much better for us in the coming season of 22-23.
Yep, real talk. Yeah. If I decide to open up the chat trick, I'll open it up at 7:00. If I decide, I'll let you in at 7. But yeah, man. You know what? Let's break down the starting lineups. Go over everything for the game tonight. For the New York Knicks tonight, man, we got a man, Alex Burks, same starting lineup. Alex Burks, Evan Fournier at the 2 guard, RJ at the 3, Julius Randle at the 4, and we got Mitchell Robinson at the 5 against Rudy Gobert tonight. For the Utah Jazz, they starting lineup tonight is Jordan Clarkson, who's normally their 6th man off the bench, but because of Mike Conley's injury, he's going to be starting tonight. We got Donovan Mitchell at the 2. Good luck with that, Evan Fournier, let you put RJ Barrett on him. Then we got Rudy Gay, veteran-wise, good shooting small forward. We got Royce O'Neal, and then we got Rudy Gobert for them guys at the 5 spot. So Rudy Gobert is a monster down there. That's going to be a tough task for Mitchell Robinson. I'm looking forward to see what they're going to do, how he's going to hold that. And forward on the injury list for the Knicks, obviously we got Kemba Walker not with the team, Derrick Rose out with the ankle surgery, Cam Reddish out with the shoulder injury, and Noel out with the foot injury. What a waste of a contract that was this year, man. I'm so disappointed. Noel contract.
And not to really cut you off, Divine, let me just step in. Let's Noel. I'm so upset with. I mean, I want to say I'm upset with Noel, but Noel is not an injury-prone like player. He looking over. I looked at his stats for. He's been in the league 9 years now, and he's really been in 67 games, 72 games, so 64 games, and he hasn't really been injured. And this was a rough year for him this year, man. Being so injured like he has been, because he is a piece that we really needed, and he wasn't there for us as well as Derrick Rose.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, man, that was a big loss for us. Yeah, but moving on with that, we got Bogdanovich out, Castro, Mike Conley out, Daniel House Jr., who was with the Knicks for a few minutes this year, he's out with a bone bruise. As Zabuki, he's out with an ankle sprain. Hassan Whiteside, he's non-COVID related illness. He's out. He's questionable with a wrist sprain. So that's it with that, man. But we just got to keep firing all cylinders, man. And I think we'd be good to go, but that's gonna be tough. Yeah, you're right. Mayforth O'Neal, that kid, he get busy. He sure can. He's a good defender. He can shoot the ball pretty well. That's gonna be. I will see how Julius Randle. Let's hope Julius Randle can go at O'Neal with the bully ball type style because that man he can play that. So I think it'll be an interesting game with that tonight. Royce O'Neal, good point right there, Mayforth. But yeah, man, I still think we got to go in there and get it, man. Yeah, you're right, Tricky. That was a waste of contract. That O'Neal and that Kimber contract, I don't know else. That them things biting us right now to this very day. That Kimber Walker contract and that Nerlens Noel contract was up this year, guys. Now with Derrick Rose being out, because of injury, that's the reason why we're not up in there, man. It's just them three players right there. It was bad that we lost them this year, man. And like I said, the Kimber thing would kill it too. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you on that one. But yeah, man, we're gonna go in there play against these dudes. Sharp Powell, it is what it is. We're going to fight and scrap tonight and get it popping, man. I think we can win this game. I know we can win it. We've been playing the way we've been playing lately. We just got to make sure we don't find a way not to get squander these leads. Like that Washington game, that should have been no 3-point win for the Knicks. I mean, we let Kyle Kuzma, get a little bit of at the end, and he wound up knocking down a threes here and there to cut that game. So I hope we don't get them guys that bad tonight, man. I think we could. Like I said, they missing some key players that help them get to where they got to go. So we should be able to take advantage of
that. Yeah. Those shots that Kuzma hit was, there's some real heat check stuff like that, and it grew that team close. But we represented. This is one of the games that I know every Knicks fan was sitting there. I started standing up. I said, oh man, this time you guys gonna do this. These guys got that they came back. Archer came, got a couple of good free throws in there. He made he did what he had to do. The team played better defense after Kuzma made those shots. So we ended up coming up with the win, and we needed that win. That was a win against the team that was very shot.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but you real staticky for some reason. Yeah, I don't know something. I don't know what you've been speaking to, but maybe try to reboot it right quick. Yeah, appreciate that, Fabian. Yeah, man, but it's going to be an interesting challenge tonight, guys. Good game, good test for the Knicks, though. Good test for the Knicks overall. Going up against some guys, man. They formidable in the West. They looking to go somewhere. Because like I said, if they don't get out of the West the way they think they're supposed to go to that championship game, I think Donovan Mitchell might be up out of there. I really do. If the Utah Jazz don't get to that top spot in the West this year, I think Donovan Mitchell might feel like, you know what, I'm gonna be out of here. And like tonight, almost like we want to hear it bad. I mean, we got pieces that we can move to get them. A guy like that could really do some wonders for us, man. With him, RJ, and even if we got Randall still be here, man, but you got your three, that's just semi-big three. Him, RJ, and Randall. Sign Mitch back and get a bona fide point guard, or let's quickly going to be the one that ran that spot if he keep playing the way he's playing. Excuse me. But I love to have Donovan Mitchell down here, man. I think that young man can make a difference in the yard. He built for Broadway. You know what I mean? He's built for Broadway, and I think that if he do wind up leaving there, yeah, for real. Yep, absolutely right, Fabian. That's what I'm thinking. If they don't walk up out of that thing and get to the finals, he out of there. I really believe that, and let's keep an eye on that because we like I said, we can do the disgruntled thing. We got some good flexibility trading wise. We got aspirants. We can get Utah a couple of things here. You know what I mean that help them. You know what I mean. Hey, I was saying send Fournier out there with Rudy Gobert, the Frenchman. He let him send him out to Utah. Put Fournier and whoever in some couple of picks in the deal. Match some salaries and get a man some couple of players. Alex Burks was drafted by Utah. Think about it. He came. So you talking about Alex Burks, Fournier? That's what, $29 million right there. Throwing somebody else $30, you can match his contract. Getting the money to match with Donovan Mitchell is not the problem. If you had to do a couple of players and maybe 3 first rounders, you might have to eat that. You might have to eat it. And get that young man down in New York if he becomes available. And then I think him Julius Randle contract. Then you extend RJ. They all are going to be on that 4 years timeline. You know what I mean? So you're going to have Donovan Mitchell, you're going to have RJ, and you're going to have Julius Randle for 4 years in a row, for 4 years. Then you throw Mitchell Robinson in there. You try to re-sign Cam Reddish. You know what I mean? Things like that, man. You got a nice little young nucleus down there at Shot Powers. That'd be nice to get that boy down here.
Yeah, the word is out on for him, and they're looking to see if they can snatch him up. So he would be a big. He is a big piece. He's not a small fry. He would be a big piece if we can bring him over here. I see what happens in this off season, man. There's a whole lot of stuff that's going to go down in this off season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real talk. What do you guys? Let me ask you guys a question. What do you guys think about the Fournier thing? Do we bring it back next year? What's your thoughts on Fournier? He's been playing good lately. Do you keep it? Do you bring him back, or if do we have to put him in the deal to get something bigger here? That's going to be interesting to see, Chop Powell, because he's been turning on since the second half of the season a little bit compared to how he started out. And I kind of understood it coming off the Olympics, brand new situation, not getting your feet wet yet and everything. But now the young man's lights out with that 3-point shot, about to break John Starks records in the next couple of days or something, whatever, depending on the way he keeps shooting. So
I think with how he has played the last these last ending games that we have right now, he has really turned it up, and his trade value has went up. So if we can, I wouldn't mind if he comes back for next year, but I also would think that I think it's going to be hard to move his contract with so much money still on the books for him with 2 years. With 2 years still, with him still having 2 years, but if we can move him, I'll put him in some of the trades that I would like. I can see him going to San Antonio. I definitely can see him going to San Antonio. So San Antonio, Utah, or Mavericks. I can see him going to one of those teams if they decide to try to get off his contract.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Hopefully, we can, if that was possible. But I do think that what's the good thing about his contract? Them 2 years now. Now after this year, it's only 2 years. It's not like he got yeah. So it's not like we trading we trade a guy with
3 years plus. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And so I'm definitely I definitely can think that's a good move. Like I said, him and Rudy Gobert got a rapport. You know what I mean? I think they can get away with that one. And like I said, you might have to throw in some other pieces, but I think you can get it off though. And I wouldn't have a problem with it whatsoever because I just think that guy is that good. But yeah, I think Evan Fournier contract won't be bad. 2 years, you know what? Because not only that, that's not a lot of money with the salary cap going up and what he can do. I mean, he's worth the money. I think that in New York we can get for $19 million. We really can throw maybe $3 or $4 or $5 million and really get somebody. Like that's a Devontae Murray money. You know what I mean? And it's type of guys that play on both sides of the ball all day, every day. It's not up and down inconsistent. You pretty much gonna get their numbers across every night. And I think that's the problem with Fournier, that we don't get the numbers across every night. You know what I mean? He might have a good game one night, and one night he might be off. Then he bounced back for $19 million, $18 million. You just don't want to pay $18 million to somebody who's not consistently consistent. You know what I mean? He's up and down. I just think that's where we got to hope that we can get this guy, if need be, move him on up out of here. You know what I mean? I'm good with that, man, because I think he's playing well now. But for what he do, I think we can get better, or we can add $10 million to it, or $5 million to it, and get a max dude or a good player who really could change the game for us. So that's why I'm for moving Fournier's contract. I just think that we can get much more value out of somebody with $19 million who play on both sides of the ball. You know what I mean? And that's my trepidation with that. Is like, man, but other than that, right now he's balling out, playing good. But that's going to be a big, interesting off-season for the Knicks, man. We got a lot of things we got to deal with. A lot of players we're gonna, obviously we know that now that Tibbs back, we know Kimba's going. They tried to trade Alex Burks at the deadline, so he's probably going.
Yeah, they wanted Burks and Reddish. He was mentioned.
I'm glad that didn't work out that way.
Yeah,
I didn't want to see Cam Reddish go. I think that's he should be part of this thing, man. him and Grimes and Mitchell Robinson and Sims, them four young men right there, you got to lock them up. I think you lock Mitch up, you lock Cam up, you put Sims on take him off a two-way deal and give him a regular deal, and we already know Grimes is here on this rookie deal. So I think them four guys is going to be part of this nucleus next year, man. So I think we definitely got to be patient because the Knicks going to look a little different next year. So they'll look a lot that we know Noel there. Even though Noel, nobody might not want it, but it's an aspiring deal. So anybody taking $10 million aspiring, I don't care if you take it and waive him. But he might be able to produce for another team next year. Just because he's not playing for us this year, don't mean he won't be able to produce next year if he be healed. Get healed and get his injuries together. He might come back next year for somebody and make a difference. You never know. So so looking forward to them cats leaving next year.
Yeah, I think this was a upsetting season for Noel here this year. Not known for being super duper injury prone, at least not a whole year. I don't think in any of his years of playing basketball, he had some nicks and bruises, a little here, a little there, but he's been pretty solid. Even last year when we had him, he was pretty solid for us. He just had a rough year, so I could see him going. I could see Burks also being moved in a trade. And I don't want to say this out loud. I'm not 100% sure, but I think if we stay with Randall, if we stay with Randall, I think we may see Obi on an exit too. I'm not hoping that he's going, but I think to get something that we really want, we're going to have to give up one of the young guys. And I don't think that the Knicks are going to give up Grimes or IQ. Maybe Deuce, I don't know, but I don't think Grimes or IQ. I think they are here. So I think that the odd man out would be probably Obi.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because if you had to pick all the players in that young caliber, Quickly's having a better year and Grimes is having a better year than Obi's having. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to me, that kind of seems, and much as talented as Obi is, I don't know. It just like if they don't shuffle that deck some way, I just don't know how he's going to be able to do what he want to do playing behind Randall. You know what I mean? Right now, Manu Quickly last certain amount of games, 15 points a game, shooting 40-something% from the field goal percentage on a 2-point, shooting 43% from downtown. His assists is up, his rebounding is up. He getting better compared to last year with the distributing. So, like I said, even if he I don't think the Knicks on a rookie deal too. This is man's second year, and I think like going into the summer he's going to get better. So I don't see the Knicks moving him unless it's got to be for somebody like a Donovan. Unless he in a trade package is the other way you can do it. But
yeah, like you said, Divine, because if you're asking for someone like a Mitchell. Yeah, you might have to throw in maybe an Obi and an IQ to and some other pieces and some draft picks and all that stuff to really entice them to want to make a trade. Just like I don't think it would be as much to get Murray, but I do think if you offer Fournier, I think if you offer Obi, the first round pick we got this year, first round pick that we got next year, and 2 second-round picks. I think they San Antonio may come off of Murray. I don't know why I keep seeing Murray's name all around, surrounded by the Knicks. Also Brunson. Brunson's another name. And I don't know how this will work, but it was one caster talking about a sign and trade Mitchell Robinson for Brunson, since they're both on small contracts. So I guess they would sign Mitch to whatever contract they would want to offer Brunson or something like that, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can Dallas can sign Brunson, the Knicks can sign Mitchell Robinson, then they trade both of them.
Then they trade them, right?
Yeah, but the Obi thing, like, listen, I think Obi is super talented. But the problem is not about wanting to trade Obi Toppin. It's that he just stuck in the wrong situation.
In the wrong predicament.
Randall. And it's really not about us because we love I'm an Obi Toppin dude. I think that's why I want to Obi. What about telling y'all early in the year? Start Obi Toppin at the 3. You know what I mean? Early in the year when Fournier was sticking up the joint, I said put Obi Toppin at the 3. And then, and let Randall play the 4 and put Mitch at the 5 because he's got enough skill, talent, speed wise to keep up with threes and everything. But because he's behind Julius Randle, that's the reason why it's hard for him. It's not about us wanting to trade him. It's what the Knicks organization going to do. Because Obi Toppin might feel this way. Obi Toppin might feel like, you know what? I need to go somewhere where I can get 30 minutes a game. I might go somewhere where I can play more minutes to get my career. I got kids to feed. You know what I mean? So if I can't feed my kids playing behind Randall, but I might could go somewhere else and get more playing time and prove how talented I am. So when it's time for me to get another contract, I can get it. You know what I mean? That's the problem with Obi Toppin. Not his talent by no means. It's the situation he's drafted in. If the Knicks got Randall for 4 years, they locked Randall up for 4 years. So if you don't trade Randall, what's going to happen to Obi Toppin? And if you don't trade Fournier, Obi Toppin going to be that same bench dude that's getting them little iffy minutes. And it's not. To me, why waste a good talent like that? Let the man go somewhere where he can get some time to shine. You know what I mean? You don't want to bury his career behind Julius Randle getting these spotty minutes. He's only on a 3-year deal. He's only got 1 more year left anyway. So if you don't get to prove yourself, y'all, much as we love Obi Toppin, New York dude, Brooklyn, it still don't look good if the Knicks don't get that man the minutes he needs. And right now, it just look hard for him. That's what I'm disappointed about. That it's just hard for him, man. You know what I mean? He actually he's in a bad spot, man, for to be. I wish he would have got drafted somewhere where he could have went and played. He's not playing in New York, man. He's not with long Julius Randle there. That's the problem with Obi Toppin. Not Obi Toppin's game. Ain't got nothing to do with his talent. Because if that man was starting for the Knicks, he'd get you 17 a game. Probably how good is he?
I think so.
But it's just that he's in a bad situation. You know what I mean? He's stuck behind Julius Randle, Shaw Powell, and that's the only reason why I could see opposed to Manuel quickly, who got a chance to play because we need guards. You know what I mean? And he really playing. You know what I mean? So I think that's the reason why, if you look at it from an organizational standpoint, they might move Obi just because of Julius Randle there.
And you also got to look at it this way too. With Reddish being here, Reddish can play the 2, the 3, and the 4 position. So if hypothetically, if we're looking to move Obi Toppin, we can possibly move Reddish into that 4 position off the bench. You know, have Reddish as the 4th man, the 4 off the bench, and he'll be rocking with Quentin Grimes. He'll be rocking with maybe IQ, maybe Deuce, and maybe Jericho Sims. So that would probably be what your second unit would look like next year. But you know, it all depends on who gets moved and stuff like that, because I can actually see Obi being moved, and if we need minutes for coming off the bench, we can also fill in the minutes with Reddish. And I think Reddish would command 18, 20 points a night, and you can put Reddish in and still have Randle playing with Reddish and just move him down from the 4 position down to the 3 position, or from the 3 position, from the 4 position down to the 2 position. He is a skilled guy, Reddish. He can play the 2, the 3, or the 4. So I think you know, if anyone was up for the chopping block, I think it would be Obi Toppin.
Yeah, and not only that, you literally could start Cam Reddish at the 3 and move on RJ back to the 2 if you want to. You know
Facts. I mean? I think that's what the plan is for next year.
Yeah, you literally can move RJ back to the 2, start Cam Reddish at the 3. You know what I mean? So that's what makes it so. And then you just signed what's the kid name? Farian Hunt, 6'8".
Yeah.
So it's a tough situation to be in for Obi Toppin, man. It really is. It's not about his game, not about his skill set. He just in a wrong situation, you know. And like I said, after this year up, after his 30, do you think the Knicks are going to extend him? Let's keep it real. Do you think the Knicks will extend Obi Toppin after next year? His last final year is up. What are they going to give him? And it's just and don't get me wrong. Obi Toppin, don't get me wrong. Obi Toppin can go into the offseason and tear it up and come back a whole different player. But where's he going to play? Where's he going to play? You know what I mean? That's the situation with Obi. So let's hope that he can find a way to stay here. We want him here. You know what I mean? We got him, Cam Reddish. I mean, you know, you got some good wings there. You know what I mean? But let me put it like this here. If you move Fournier, if you move Burks, then it's a different story. If you move Fournier and Burks, then maybe Obi Toppin might get a chance to, you know, Cam Reddish can take him and Cam Reddish can do the 3-4. but I do think they're going to have to find a way to make that thing work. Are you right, Tricky? It is about his outside game. He got to get that three ball together in his defense. You know, he got enough. He's uber talented, man. I see some of the moves that Obi Toppin be making. I'm like, man, this cat is really. He gets to the hole. He drives to the hole. He's he's strong. And once he get that three ball down, he might be really really special. So let's hope that the Knicks got faith in him to keep him, and we'll see. You know, but for that, man, tough spot for him to be in. You know, but moving on, man, we just want to get the Obi Toppin thing in there because you know, is he going to be part of this young core moving forward or not? We'll see. But I hope that the Knicks will find a way to keep him. But they got to get rid of some of these vets. Like the Nerlens Noel contract got to get up out of here. The Alex Burks contract got to get up out of here. You know what I mean? We know the Kimba's going. So them same 4 guys you brought in this year, you might have to get rid of all 4 of them. And then you fill all them voids right there, and see how it's going to pan out for the Knicks. So, but you know, we definitely got a good situation still. We still in a good place with these young guys. We got a lot of young talent down here, man. Let's hope that the Knicks organization utilize them right. Yeah, exactly. Fabian hit a good. That's a good point, Fabian. Todd Gibson shoot a better 3-point shot right now. You know what I mean? So this is interesting, man. It really is, man. I like Obi Toppin. I like everything about his game. I thought I'm one of them guys that thought Obi Toppin was gonna really come into this year. He did. He started out, but it's like I said, just playing behind Randall. And you know, Tibbs. If you ain't playing good in the first 2 minutes, Tibbs will snatch you up out of there. And but like I said, the game before the last game, he had 14 points in 17 minutes. But then he come back against Washington, a better team. You know, the game that he had a breakout game against was against a depleted Portland Trailblazer team. But then he come back against Washington with better defenders, better talent, and he couldn't get it popping. So you know, let's hope that he tries to step up against the competition and everything, Shot Powell, and but it is, we got to move on from that, man. And I do think that the Fournier situation is going to be interesting. Mitchell Robinson, I think he's going to get the $15 million. I think he's going to get it. I think Mitchell Robinson going to get that $15 million a year for somebody.
Well, for me, Devon, I'm hoping that the Knicks square up and give this guy the $15 million. If I think he's going to go out there, I think he's going to see what they're offering. But what I'm hoping is that the Knicks, at the end of the season, they jump on Mitch and be like, listen, we'll give you a 14 million point, a 14.5 for next year, and if you make some increments in your game, being that number 1 offensive rebounder, being a defensive juggernaut, making the All-Star team, making the defensive. What am I talking about? The defensive, being a defensive threat, right? The defensive team for next year and stuff like that. I think he'll have a better option of doing a lot of things and stuff like that. So let's see what happens and stuff like that, and see how things move and stuff like that. But I think we signed Mitchell Robinson this year. I think they try to go into the off season and try to give Cam Reddish a nice little a little chunk of change or something like that to keep him here for a couple of years. If we could get some of these young guys into this core so they could play for a couple of years consecutively with each other, I think they're going to be a better team every year that they come out, man. And I think we'll start saying perennial. We'll be in the playoffs almost every year and see how far we could go from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just anybody like me who's scoreboard watching. With 6 minutes 45 seconds left in the second quarter, the Pelicans got the Hawks 42-32. So let's hope.
Come on, Pelicans.
Yeah,
is McCullough playing? McCullough playing tonight?
I'm not sure. Actually they have 13 now, 45-32. Pelicans over the Atlanta Hawks. So let's hope that Atlanta lose that game against the Pelicans. We beat the Jazz, and we got the Atlanta Hawks on Tuesday. By then, we beat them on Tuesday. The Knicks would be only 3 games out, brother. So we still up in this. Yep. Yeah, man. But I think the Knicks do the right thing with Mitchell Robinson. They go ahead and let's see. We'll see. We don't know, but the way he's been playing though, that's gonna be a hard piece to lose to me. I think that's a hard piece to lose. I mean, you can't lose Mitchell Robinson just for nothing. I think you go ahead and we did, because if they don't do it, they might sign and trade. Who knows? But I hope they don't lose him, man. I'm a Mitch homer, man. I love Mitch, man. So
me too.
It's real deal, man. Yeah, you're right, Tricky.
I mean, He's number one this year in offensive rebounds, man.
Mhm.
And he's on a scoring he's on a scoring thing right now, man. He's scoring, he's double digit, he's rebounding, he's doing a whole lot of things right now. So, you know, he's doing what he had to do, man. And I think that they just need to go ahead and, even if they don't sign him for 4 years, give him 3 years, 15 million or something like that, and give him those options that I was talking about and some things like that. I think Mitch would fit well here with a point guard. If you give Mitch a point guard, which he has not had a real point guard that looks for him on the breaks, that looks for him in the offense when we coming down court and stuff like that, I think Mitch would stay here, and I think he would prosper here in New York. I'm a homer, so I'm big on Mitch.
Yeah. You know what? But like I said, when the man healthy, you see what he could do. You know, you see what he could do. He could dominate a game when he's healthy. You know what I mean? And you know what? Like I said, you give him a right contract. Like you said, put a lot of centers in there. Like you said, put the centers in there to be the all defensive team. Put the centers
Facts.
in there. You know, you do certain things. You know, you do this, you do that. You get bonuses. So you can always take care of the contracts by saying, listen, Mitch, to be fair with us, because you've been injured so much, you know, we'll give you that, and we'll put these bonuses in there. If you play over 60 games, we'll add this $1 million to the fray. If you make the all defensive team, we'll add this $1 million to the fray. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of ways that he can reap the benefits if he stay healthy. Just put the centers in there to reach certain goals, and then I think he might be all right. So, but I love to bring Mitch back, man. I ain't got a problem giving Mitch $15 million. I don't. I think the man that Clint Capella got 20 something million a year for 40 million for 2 years. So if you give Clint Capella 22, 23 million, and man, if I can't see why you can't give Mitchell Robinson $15 million.
Why not, right?
Yeah, real talk. So I think the Knicks will do the right thing by Mitch. Maybe that's why they didn't sign him earlier. They said, let's see how the season go, how he's going to progress through the season, and you know, because sometimes you don't want to break up chemistry neither. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of Mitchell Robinsons out there, man. Yeah, a la Watt. He almost, that one nice little hook shot he missed in the paint the other day. That always was money right there. Yeah, and I think he a dominant force, man. And like I said, he missed that little jump hook. He almost had it, and I think what I loved about somebody finally went to him in the paint, and that's another thing. Like Sean Power said, get a man a point guard who when he open, they know he open. You know what I mean? And I think Mitch is a big difference once he get together. But I'm excited about Mitch. Give Mitch the 15 million. Extend RJ. Like I said, sign Cam Reddish. You can get them three guys done. To me, that's priority right there. And then you moving all that money that you moving out to Fournier, to Alex Burks, to Nerlens Noel, and Kemba Walker. Let that go to Mitch, RJ, and Cam Reddish. Right
And,
there.
and, and let's be clear, man. The Knicks haven't been in luxury tax in I don't know how long. We finally got some money where we can go into a luxury tax. So if we're gonna sign these guys, man, let's sign these let's sign these guys. And if we happen to fall into a luxury tax over the next two or 3 years, as the TV contracts come up and stuff like that, we'll be right back out of the luxury tax. And I think Mitchell Robinson is well worth being a center here for the New York Knicks, man. I don't see if if we lose Mitch, I don't know what. I mean, we do have Sims, and Sims can do some stuff over the off season this year, But Mitch is still young, man, and he's still teachable. You still could teach this guy how to make that short turnaround jump hook that he tried to do the other night. You can teach him how to shoot a jump shot from the base, from off the foul line or off the baseline with off the backboard. You could still teach him how to make a move and drive to the hole and stuff like that. So I still think Mitch is young enough and and is athletic enough to learn, still incorporate some skills into his game. So I hope that they try to hold on to this guy and make some move with Mitchell Robinson, because I really think that Mitchell Robinson could be our center for the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, right now for me, I don't have a problem going into the all season with Mitchell Robinson at the 5, Julius at the 4, RJ at the 3, Quentin Grimes at the 2. Quentin Grimes got to start for the Knicks next year. You know what I mean? So if you put Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, RJ, Quentin Grimes, and that bona fide point guard. Then you know that you got Cam Reddish quickly off the bench, and if Obi Toppin's still here, you got Cam, Obi, Mitch. Cam, Obi, quickly, Jericho Sims, whether it be Deuce McBride or whatever. You just got to get that bona fide point guard. I think we're good to go then. I think it'll be a different story. And in that timeline, you have everybody locked up for this team for the next 4 years. RJ will be here 4 more years. Randall already got a 4-year extension. Mitch will be here 4 years. Cam Reddish, you give him an extension. Then you get and lock these guys up, man. Then they already got chemistry. They got cohesion. They got camaraderie. So they already know how to play with each other. So I think it's important that we go into next year and see if we can lock these dudes up, man. Mitchell Robinson, let's go get it, man. Go get your money. Mitch been playing in New York for $1 million for like 4 years. $1 million point here, $1.2 million there, $1.8 million this year. Man, Knicks do right by that young man. I know he's been injured here and there, but when he's on the court with us, ain't no question that brother changed the game for us. You know, like I said, when they did that hack and miss the other day, when Tibbs took Mitch out of that Washington game, what happened? Washington got back in the game. Man, as soon as they put Mitch on that bench, Washington got back in the game. That's how important Mitchell Robinson is to the Knicks. The little things that he do don't show up on a stat sheet, but they show up in the game. When you take Mitch out of the game, everybody think they can run amok on us. So that's why he's so valuable to what we do in New York, because of his defense present and his offense rebound is second to none. And I think he's only going to get better as he get older. So, let's see. Hopefully we can lock this young man up. We keep him here and to be part of his nucleus moving forward. Then we find that point guard that we need to solidify that backcourt. And then I think we're good to go. But we're in a good situation to do all that. So we're going to be, with the draft picks, see how we're going to pan out in the draft this year. And I think we'd be good to go. But, salute to everybody, though, man. I know it's a beautiful day. A lot of people outside checking out the sunshine. Kind of cold out there, at least where I'm at. It's a little
Devon,
cold.
give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Give me 2 minutes.
But, yeah, man, for the game tonight, man, we got to go get it, man. We got to go in Utah and win this game. I mean, up in the Garden tonight, beat Utah tonight, man, and try to move closer to what we're trying to do. Like I said, right now the Pelicans up 8, almost heading into halftime with 2 minutes on the Hawks. So, if they can find a way to magically win that game, and we win that game, like I said, that we picked up a game. And then we got them on Tuesday. Charlotte on Wednesday, back-to-back. The two teams that we chasing, Knicks got them back-to-back, Tuesday and Wednesday. So they got to take advantage of this thing, man, and see if we can gain some ground. And them guys got pretty tough schedules down there, pretty hard schedules for the Hawks and especially the Charlotte Hornets. But they've been playing some pretty good basketball, man, with Montrezl Harrell and them guys coming over in that trade with the trade from Bertans and all these guys. And that Montrezl Harrell thing worked out good for Charlotte. So let's hope that it don't work out too well. It won't help the Knicks, but they're playing better. They got a little more toughness with him. So we'll see, man. But for right now, let's just hope that the Hawks will lose today and that we win tonight. Gonna be fun game at the Garden. Julius Randle, Royce O'Neal, gonna be a good matchup. Donovan Mitchell, I think they're gonna put RJ on him. Probably, I don't think Fournier will stick him. They probably got to put Fournier on somebody else, or put RJ on Donovan Mitchell, at least to try to slow him up a little bit. And then you got Alex Burks and Jordan Clarkson should be fun. Jordan Clarkson should be fun. I like Alex Burks' height against Jordan Clarkson. That helps out because Clarkson can light it up. But Alex Burks with that little 6'6" frame in his 6'5" kind of helps out a great deal in that area. So that might be good for us. That's real talk, man. See, like when that young man, you ain't 100% on that. So let's hope that they see how important Mitch is. Good test for Mitch tonight, though. Rudy Gobert in the building. You know what I mean? Good test for him tonight. But we can't expect Mitch to be ultra dominant tonight. But lonely compete battle against Rudy Gobert. The good thing about that, though, we don't have to worry about Rudy Gobert's offense too much, whereas Mitch can get in foul trouble trying to defend for quick moves or this or that or whatever.
Facts.
And then Mitchell had to worry about that, man. And I'm just for tonight only to be generous. I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna let Tricky in the show, but I know there's only really a no panel show anymore. But be generous tonight, man, and let the brother in here tonight, man, because I've been patiently wanting to get in. So I'll throw the link up there, and y'all can get it here if you choose to. For anybody who want to get in. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it tonight, man. Let's see, I go salute my man, Agent Super Argo. Salute to you, my brother. Hope all is well.
Salute.
Yeah, real talk. There you go, Trick. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be a fun game tonight. I'm really looking forward to the battle. I want to see that Mitch battle. That's what I want to see. I want to see him and Rudy. I want to see that. I want to see all the battles now. I want to see how that matchup going to go. Because I think it's going to be important that Mitch go in there and show improvement and put it down tonight. And I think he'd be all right. Shaw Powers. I just think that's going to be a good test for him.
Yeah, that's my number one matchup for tonight. Mitch against Gobert. Premier center that's getting major money in the NBA right now, going against a guy that's hungry and trying to get to where Gobert is. I think Mitch comes out there tonight and he plays some good defense, grabs offensive rebounds, and I hope tonight the team also tries to look for him in the passing lane because the one thing that Mitch can do is he can jump and he can dunk. if he can't do nothing else, he could jump and he could dunk. And I think let's see what happens with him and Gobert tonight. Gobert's not. I mean, he does block shots and stuff like that. He grabs rebounds, but he's not really an offensive threat. And I think if we drive the ball, look for Mitch and try to get Mitch some scoring tonight, and maybe can put Gobert on the bench. I think we dominate tonight, man. I think Mitch is going to be one of the key parts of our game, as he has been in the last couple of games, with a swooping double tonight. The double rebounds, double rebounds, double scoring, some block shots, and about 10 almost block shots tonight, man. I think he scares everybody from that hole when they drive to the hole. I think he scares them. So if we could keep our guards to play some great defense tonight to push him into Mitchell, instead of letting the guards blow by and Mitchell has to step up and push it up is two different things. If Mitch can be there when the guards push the defender, push the offensive guy into Mitch, I think we have a great opportunity for Mitch to have a big game tonight.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, without further ado, I got my man Tricky in the building. Tricky, what's good, my brother?
How you guys doing?
Yeah, we doing
What's
good.
up, Tricky?
Yeah, salute Shaw, salute Divine.
Peace.
You know, like we got what, 12 games to go?
Yeah, 12 games that count tonight. Yes, sir.
And it's like, man, we almost got to win every single one.
Yeah.
So you don't beat Utah tonight, and I'm curious to see how Donovan Mitchell, honestly, because I heard rumors. I want to see how he reacts with the other Knicks players on the team, the bench, the coach, on our team, of course. But if we don't win tonight, like, lock it down.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that makes sense. It really does, because you know why? This is, we lose tonight and somebody else wins, that puts us another game out. You know what I mean? And you really got to almost kind of run the table, almost, in a sense. You know, I said maybe like in the last 12 games, maybe 10-2. The worst you could do. The worst you could do is 10-2. I think if you anything other than that, and then these guys keep winning. But like I said, they got some tough schedules. Like I said, tonight is the real important game right now. 51 seconds left. The Pelicans got the Hawks by 12. You know what I mean? So that'd be huge if they lose and we win. That keeps us in it. You know what I mean? Tricky and Shaw. But we just got to go out there and battle and compete, man, and leave it all on the line. But I agree with you. We lose tonight, then I think we might as well get and just let the young guys play the rest of the way out, man, and try to better yourself and get it popping.
I still think we got a chance. I think if we could go 11-1, we'll be all right. I would love for them to go 12-0. That would be the perfect scenario. But 11-1, I think we'll be all right. I want us to end this season on 41-41. So the closer we could get to 41-41, I think the better chance that we have to get into the play-in. 41-41 to get, I think, will get us into the play-in. I think that may get us into the play-in, and hypothetically speaking, I think that might even get us to play Brooklyn, around Brooklyn, that first round in the play-in. So let's hope for that big time.
You know, I would agree with Shaw there, but we're looking at a different, like, Eastern Conference right now. It's so deep. I mean, there's so many good teams in the East. If we're in the West, I mean, we would already be considered, very close or into the play-in.
A play-in, yep, you sure would.
We're in the East, and the only problem I have is I don't see Charlotte and Atlanta, going 500 for us to gain those 5 games. If one of them does, though, I can see one of them, and I believe it's Charlotte that has the toughest schedule.
They got a tough schedule.
They got a tough schedule.
But we gotta hope LaMelo Ball and those boys over there actually, give away a few games, and they haven't been doing it. They've been playing well right now, and it's scary. But I agree with Shaw. Like 11-1 might work, but to me, it's almost like we haven't seen a 10-game winning streak all year by the Knicks. So what makes me think I can expect it?
Yeah. I know that. I agree. We got to hope for the best. We got to hope for the best and hope they keep playing the way they've been playing. But we just got to keep our defense intact, man. Can't be squandering leads. And but I do think having Grimes back, the more bodies you get back, the more chance you have. And I think Quentin Grimes coming back makes a big difference. And I do think if we still competing in the next week and Derrick Rose come back, you never know how it might pan out. But we just got to keep fighting and scrapping. But like you said, if we do the game 2 here or there, then it's gonna be hard to make it up. But man, with the schedule that these other guys got, it's pretty tough. You know what I mean? So let's see how these other guys, because we're gonna have to depend on these guys losing games. And I think that they lose games, then that makes a big difference for what we can do. So no matter what we do, we just gotta hope that Charlotte and Atlanta start losing games. Shot power when they lose their games. Like I said, I did go over their schedule last year. Charlotte got a critical schedule, and like I said, you just never know what Atlanta might have, especially without John Collins for 10 to 14 days.
I'm hopeful, and I looked at their schedule. Their schedule is hard. If they have 12 games, if they go 5-7, then we right there in the mix. If they go 5-7, we right there in the mix. And they have like 8 or 9 hard games, But if they go 5-7, they'll end up there right now. I think they're 35-36. So if they win 5 more games, they'll be at 40. If we win 11 games, we'll be at 40, 41, something like that. So it's still there, man. We're not out of it. We need some help from the other teams that are losing. But if we could get some losses from the other teams and we could continue to win, I think we have a really good shot, man. And no matter what, I just hope we play to win. The rest of the games, I just hope we play to win and let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, that's a fact. And Shaw, I just want to say that salute Divine, salute Shaw. You guys run a great show. But yeah, we got to see fight and effort, especially out of the young guys. I want them to fight. I don't want to see tanking. I don't want to see obvious tanking. Like, you just fight, you win these games, you go in next year with a great momentum, with some promise, and you can understand what these young players are capable of for next season. Will give us a great advantage. It sucks Cam is hurt with that shoulder injury, but it'll give us a great advantage to see, like, well, who are we going to keep, who are we going to let go. But you guys, salute. Tricky is out. I just want to say, hit those likes, chat. Hit them up. Get them up. Love you guys. Thank you for letting me on.
Salute, Tricky. Salute.
Yeah. So it is, man. But like I said, man, like we look over this schedule, man, it's very interesting, man. It's like Shot Powell. I can't say it enough that these guys are in a tough situation. And like I said, moving forward, the Hawks play us Tuesday. You know what I mean? Then they got the Pistons on the back-to-back at that, and Pistons been playing good ball. You know what I mean? Yep. They might be bottom feeders, but they looking to spoil. So they got us on that. They got us Tuesday. Then the Hawks got the Pistons on Wednesday. So that's a back-to-back. Maybe we can drain them dudes out. They go down there and sleep on the Detroit Pistons. You never know. You know what I mean? Then the next game is against the Warriors. You know what I mean? The Hawks' next game is against the Warriors that next week. You know what I mean? So it's like we just got to keep playing, man, and just let these cats. Then after that Warrior game, the Hawks got the Pacers, but they played pretty good the other day. And you look at the next game, they got the Thunder and OKC, whether they win or not. But then they got the Cleveland Cavaliers. You know what I mean? So then after the Cleveland Cavaliers, like I said, they got the Nets. They got the Brooklyn Nets, and that's on like a back-to-back. So they got Cleveland. The Cleveland and on the back-to-back, man. And then after that, they got to play us again, obviously. They got the Raptors in Toronto, and Raptors is up there. And then after Toronto, they got the Wizards, you know what I mean? So it's like, man, we just got to win our games, man, New York fans. And we can keep winning and keep trying to play our part and do our job. They don't worry about what they do, but I do think they got tough schedules, man. So we can get it popping, man. We should be good to go. I think Knicks still can get up in here. It ain't over till it's over. So let's hope that they can get in here and make some progress and get up in this buy-in. And once we get in the buy-in, anything can happen. But tonight it all starts for us tonight, man. Another start for the big game for us tonight down here at MSG, man. We beat Rudy Gobert, and then that tells me a lot, Shop. How we can beat the Utah Jazz tonight with Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. I ain't worried about too many more teams in the East, because that'd be a good litmus test for us if we can beat these guys.
And our schedule is not as hard as per se Atlanta or Houston Hornets. So we may have a great chance of sneaking in here and doing something incredible, man. Cinderella season. I'm always down with play to win. That's all I hope for. Play to win.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, so it all starts about 15, 20 minutes. We just got to go down there and try to win, man. Go down there, play a good game. We had MSG. The crowd should be in the building. It should be live, direct, in full effect down there. And then we just got to go in there and battle and compete, man. I think we up for the test. No, I'm not concerned about it, man. We're gonna go down there and try to get this thing tonight. And like I said, I'm hoping this Hawks score stay the same. Man, we could win tonight and the Hawks lose tonight. That really gonna almost give me like I think we about to get up in here. Because like I said, we pick up a game tonight to get us 4 games. Then we got them 2 days from now. If they lose tonight and the Knicks beat the Hawks on Wednesday and we out 3 games, we getting up in there. I just showed y'all the Hawks schedule. We can get up in there. That'll mean that they done lost 2 games in a row and we won 2 in a row. So that we picked up 2 full games on them cats, man. 3 games to go with 10 games left. They got a tough schedule. You never know. You just never know how this thing might pan out. We can get in there. That'd be exciting. If the Knicks make the play-in, man, this would be to me one of the most, how would I say, impressive seasons for us coming back, staying in the Shop Howard, not giving up. If the Knicks make the play-in after all they went through this year and get up in that play-in, I think the Knicks have a successful season.
Let's get it.
I really believe. I think that's it. I consider that a successful season if we can get in that play-in. I really believe that means that team did not fold. They did not quit on itself. They did not quit on the coach. They did not quit on the organization. They did not quit on the fans. They just kept grinding and kept pushing until this thing got together. And next thing you know, man, boy, that'd be exciting. That would be so special. So I'm hoping that they can do this thing, man. I ain't trying to hear that other stuff. We need to win these things to get up in here.
Thanks.
We get up in here. That'd be crazy, bro. You know what I mean? So let's go New York. Let's get it, man. Try to get it popping in the Garden tonight. It'll be a fun game. I think we're gonna come to play tonight, Shaw.
Yeah, I like I said, I think we're gonna win tonight. I think we're gonna continue our explosion from the offense. I think we're gonna have a high scoring game tonight. And tonight, I hope that that we could get out there and get Grimes and Deuce out there and play some hard defense on these guys, man. If we could get some defense out there on these guys and play the game that we've been playing for the last couple of games, man, I think we have a great chance of winning tonight, man. So we got to get out there. We got to scrap. We got to play some ball tonight, and we got to try to win this game, man. No matter what happens, man, we got to get out there and rebound. We got to get out there and hit free throws, and we got to get out there and score a lot of points tonight. We need multi-scorers on the court tonight, multi-double-digit scoring tonight from the New York Knicks tonight. 5, 6, 7 players need to have double-digit scoring tonight in order for us to win. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for IQ to have another great game tonight. For me tonight, the big matchup is Mitchell Robinson and Gobert. I think Mitch needs to get out there tonight and have 17 points, 15 rebounds, 3 blocks. And I mean, we need a really big game for Mitch tonight in order for us to win.
Yeah. Hey, Parrish, I haven't heard nothing on the Farias thing yet. Farian Hunt, He's a two-way. I don't know if they're gonna put him in the G League or they're gonna bring him up to the main roster. I haven't heard nothing yet, so I can't. It's hard for me to say if he's gonna play tonight. But
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I think they said that he will probably go to the G League. I think the G League only the games are only until August, only until April. I think the end of the G League is over in April, so I think if when he comes over, he will probably start in the G League and see what happens from there.
Okay. Yeah, real talk. Yeah. Hey, Sha, I'll tell you what. If Mr. Robinson put the numbers up you just put up against Gobert, then you better give Mitch some money.
I'm saying,
that's a tough matchup. But if he put the numbers up against Gobert, you give Mitch his money. So, real talk, man. That's a tough competitor right there, man. That brother, it's amazing how linky he is, man. But Mitch got the quickness though. Mitch get off his feet fast. I know that much. You know what I mean? So Mitch got really use his athleticism to the fullest. We got to make sure our point guard could put him in the right spot tonight too.
Right.
I was pushing them guys. That's why I like quickly players so that I quickly can find them. RJ finds them on that lob. A lot of them cats don't do that, man. We just got to get the right guy in there to put Mitch in the right situation. And like I said, the other game of Washington, quickly threw him a little jump hook down. He barely. I think if he would have had a little bit more spring, that would have been money. But you could tell he got the nice form though. His form was nice. The form was nice.
He's still teachable, man. He is still a teachable young man. I think he turns 24 in April. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's 23 going on 24, and I think his birthday is sometime in April. So I just hope that we can lock him up for 3-4 years while he's still young, for 3-4 years, so he could become 26, 27, 28 with us or something like that. And I just hope that he plays the way he's been playing since he's come back, and now he's in shape. He's not, you don't see him all the time falling on the floor as much. Every time he falls on the floor, you don't get worried or nervous if he's, falls on the floor. He's an intimidator. He grabs rebounds. He's a beast on the offensive rebounds, man. He could score. He could block the shot. You seen the other game that he had. He had 3 or 4 steals, 2 or 3 assists. He was just running amok on teams, man. And I think tonight, tonight, Mitch's main focus is going to be try. I don't want to say embarrass, but I definitely think he's going to try to put up his guns against Gobert. And I think Mitch is going to prevail tonight, man. I just got high hopes for Mitch. I think he's going to come out there, and I think he's just going to dominate. If he goes out there and he dominates Gobert, it's no way in the world that I could see the Knicks trying to let him go into free agency before the end of the season is over.
You know what? For me, Sha Powell, if you gave Rudy Gobert $40 million a year, you mean to tell me you can't give Mitch 15?
Yeah, man.
That's $25 million less than what you gave Gobert. You know what I mean? Gobert there, they're making $40 million. He signed a $200 million contract.
And he's not. I mean, he does block shots and he does rebound. But his if I'm not mistaken, I looked it over the other day. I can't really remember, but I don't even think Gobert is a double-digit scorer. I don't even think I think he's a double-digit rebound. I think he's about 12 or 14 rebounds. I think he's like 9 points a game or something like that. I may be wrong. That may be about a month ago that I looked at the stats, but I think he's like 9 points a game.
Yeah, I think he's right at double-double.
Yeah, I think he's 9 and 14. I think that's where he's at. You know what I mean? I'm not. Yeah, so. I mean,
you gotta pay Mitch though, man. CC, what up, my brother? Salute, CC. What it be, my man? CC in the building. But yeah, man, you gotta pay Mitch. You gotta pay Mitch, man. I'm sorry. I just believe that. I believe that you drafted your man 36 in the second round. Scott Perry drafted Mitch. You know what I mean? How we got Mitch in the Carmelo. We got Mitch out of the Carmelo Anthony deal.
Right.
When we sent Carmelo Anthony over to Oklahoma City, we got Enes Kanter, a second round pick, somebody else. You know what I mean? So Mitchell Robinson is he's the longest tenured Knick on that team.
Facts.
What the good thing about it is that Scott Perry signed him, and that we extended Scott Perry. So I'm quite sure Scott Perry like, listen, man, I drafted this young man. Look what he's doing. You know what I mean? Let's hope we could do that, man, and let him be part of this thing moving forward. And then just add, like you say, you add the point guard. It's a different scenario in New York City.
Way different, man. And I'm saying this that at any point guard that you want to set out there right now. If you want to talk about Brunson, if you want to talk about Brogdon, if you want to talk about Murray, if you want to talk about oh my God, what's the guy from Cleveland? Saxon, if you talk about Saxon, any one of these point guards that you're talking about right now, that's mentioned to be a New York Knicks in the next season, these guys can get Mitch the ball. Every last one of those guys that was mentioned, those guys can get Mitch the ball. We have not had a point guard since Mitch has been a New York Knick in his 4-year tender that can facilitate and penetrate to get him the ball. We have not had that in a New York Knicks uniform for Mitchell Robinson. And if we get that, I believe that Mitch will be around 15 points a night, around 12 rebounds a night, easily.
Yeah. He's gonna definitely be better next year, man. Like I said, he came off a 9-month hiatus.
Yeah.
You think about Mitchell Robinson, guys. He came off a 9-month hiatus right in the training camp. He didn't even really get to play training camp because he did
no training camp.
No training camp.
Nope.
Straight got thrown right into the fire on the opening day.
282 pounds.
Yeah,
fat face and everything. Couldn't run up the court 2 times without getting out of win. But look at him now. Look at him now. You see him sprinting up like a gazelle. He's up and down on the court. He's running out, contested. He's people are scared to come into the hole around him. He's a dominating force down there, and he's an old school. I guess if you want to call him an old school center, yeah, he's some of that. But he's athletic, man. He got that, man. And I'm a home.
Yeah, excuse me, I mean to cut you off. He is literally what Rudy Gobert is to Utah, what Mitch Robinson is to the Knicks. Literally the same.
Facts.
Rudy Gobert and Utah wouldn't be jacked because that dude, he keeps them people honest, man. And that's what I love about Mitchell Robinson. He keeps everybody honest. And you can't run up in New York in the lane with that boy in there, man. And defense is a part of this thing for us. You know what I mean? Our identity is defense. You know what I mean? And that's why we're going to climb back into the top 10 of defense now. That's why we winning. Because now we done climb back up in the top 10 in the NBA in defense. And that's why the Knicks is winning ball game. And a lot of that got to do with Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride, and RJ, and these guys just locking down there. And so let's see how it goes, man. Let's go get it, New York tonight, man. Let's go get this Utah thing, baby. We need this win in the worst way. It's third quarter. They just started the third quarter in Atlanta. It's 63 to 53. 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Pelicans up 10 on the Hawks. So let's go get this thing, man. Come on, Pelicans, win this thing, baby. Just give me this one win tonight, and we'll see how it goes, man. But it's all good, man. We're gonna get it popping. We're gonna get out here pretty soon. You know, the show about to start. Salute to everybody who came in. I know it's a quiet night, but you know we're gonna come up here all the time, man. And make sure we bring the content to everybody and get it popping, man. You know, we got to keep doing our job. We appreciate everybody who came in today on a slow day, man, but it's all good. Next Real Talk, we in here no matter what. You know what I mean? We appreciate y'all coming in tonight, man, everybody. But, yo, let's go get it, man. We got Utah, you know, at the World Most Famous Arena in about 5-10 minutes. Knicks got to go win this game, man. Just try to go in there. This will be a big win for us, man, a good win for us. Feel good win all the way around. And we'll see how the thing go down there in Atlanta. We keep our eye on the scoreboard tonight. But to everybody out there, man, thanks for coming in. Real Talk. We'll see you cats on Tuesday.
What's your score, Divide? What's your score?
I'm gonna go.
What's your score, Divide?
I'm gonna go Knicks 107 to 100. Knicks 107-100.
Okay. I got a little higher score. I think the Knicks going to continue with this high scoring stuff that they've been doing the last couple of games. I think it's going to be 114 to 99. I think Mitch is going to be. I think 114 to 99. I think Mitch is going to be the dominating factor.
Oh, Fabian got 104 right by you. 5 more points. He got 104.
There you go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I could get with that too. I could get with that too. We haven't been keeping teams under 100, so I could go with that 104. I'm hoping that we could. Our defense comes out and we could score the ball. So that's what I'm hoping for tonight.
Yeah, I think for the first time today we kept watching under 100. No, we kept watching at Davis.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what we need right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But listen, man, salute everybody, man. Y'all enjoy the thing. Enjoy it, man. We got the Atlanta Hawks, guys, on Tuesday, man. Nick Phil told us get it popping. We're going to promote this thing, get it fired up for Tuesday night. Especially if we win the night and they lose. You know we're going to be in Tuesday. If we're gonna be amped Tuesday. Let's hope the Pelicans can find a way to keep they down. They got it down to 6 now, but we'll see how it goes, man. But Sean Powell, my brother, give me the last words. We get ready to get it popping.
Yo, Divine, as always, salute to you, to the chat. Is where it's at. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me show it real quick. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Wait a
Let's
minute.
get it. There you
Let's
go.
get it.
There you go.
Let's get it.
Yo, man, salute to everybody, man. Y'all, hope y'all had a great Sunday, man. Thanks for coming in, man. And let's get it popping. Yo, salute to Fabian, C. Lee, Tricky.
Salute.
Tricky Parrish, my brother, salute Parrish. Agent Super Argo, salute to you. Everybody, man. Peace to the God, Allah wise. You know, my
Peace.
brother right there. You know, like, you know what it is. May 4th, salute to you. And everybody, man, y'all enjoy the game, man, and all that good stuff, man. We'll see y'all on the next one. Keith Turner, salute to you as well.
Salute.
JW, my man, JW, salute. Frank Matos, Will, Julian, salute to you as well. Keith Turner again. Everybody enjoy it, man. Knicks Real Talk, Divine, Shaw Powers. We in the building, man. We see you cats on the next one. Y'all enjoy the game, man. We see y'all Tuesday, man. Salute.
Let's